Okay, so I actually have something that I have to sort of bring up, which like I hate having to bring this up, but I do. Um, oh, I like your shirt, Linda. That looks cute. The tank. Awesome. Um, okay, so I have always been very forthcoming. Like, if you guys want to use my content, use my content. Like, what's mine is yours. I've always been like very open with that, and I'm totally okay with that. However, it goes without saying that it's probably not going to sound like you. If you literally copy and paste anything from me, it's not going to sound like you. So you're sort of doing yourself a disservice because it's not going to sound like you, and your audience is going to feel it. Like, I've posted things before that didn't sound like me, and they don't do well. So it's not doing you any favors by, literally copying and posting someone else's words. It's sort of been brought to my attention that it's been happening a little bit, and it just, I could care less. Whatever, take my stuff. I don't care. But if it happens to someone that isn't okay with that, it's sort of like just doesn't feel right to this person that it happened to. And my heart kind of goes out to her because she, of course, didn't want to say anything to me, but she's creating great posts and, taking time. Like, if anyone's, obviously we've all come up with some great posts, and you put your heart and soul into it, and then to have someone like literally just copy and paste the words and even take the image, it's sort of like, oh my God, like that wasn't something that is like meant to be passed around. Like, those were my own words. So I just said that I would bring it up tonight. And I hate stuff like this, but I think that it's not like we just do it, like no one was intentionally like doing it. It's just probably it was a great post and you want to use it yourself, which, it's fine, but just really make it sound like you. And if you are going to take it from another coach on our team, maybe just run it by them. Like, I loved your post. Do you mind if I sort of use that idea and craft my own? Because, we want to be authentic. And if we all start to sound the exact same, we're not going to be authentic, and none of us are going to be different. And we all have to be different. Like, we have to be, because we are. None of us are going to be posting the exact same, because we are all truly different, and we want those differences to come through. And that's the only way that we can do that, like on a surface level, is by having our posts all sound kind of different. So I just wanted to bring that up. Awkward. Anyways, so just always make sure that it is your content that you're using. Like, I always look at other coaches for ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. I like strongly encourage you to do that, because you can get some major inspiration from them and ideas, but you don't ever just want to take that post and use it as your own, because it's not your own. And someone spent a lot of time to craft that, and then for that person to see it when they're scrolling, it's like, whoa, those were my words. So anyways, I think we all get the point. But I did want to talk tonight about connecting, because it's sort of come to my attention that I think this is a bit of a struggle, more so even than inviting, maybe, which the whole connecting thing can be sort of like scary. Like, what do they mean when they say connect? Like, you need to be connecting with people all the time. Well, what in God's name does connecting mean? It's sort of like a very vague term, right? So I have a few things planned for tonight that I really hope are going to help you guys. And maybe I haven't been able to tell you guys how to connect properly, and it's always sort of been a struggle for everyone because I haven't really dug deep into it with you guys. So I hope that this will really help you. Before you can even start to really connect with people, you have to be posting. Obviously, we all know that. We need to be posting. We need to be consistent with our posts. But you have to sort of like dig a little bit deeper into your posts. And we can't be the coach that just is posting about her workout and her Shakeology and expecting that to connect with people, because it's not. So you have to come up with some great content. Really think about who you're trying to talk to. That goes back to your avatar and creating your avatar, which is a whole other call, which I've done. So if you need to watch that team call about creating your avatar and really figuring out who it is you're trying to talk to, let me know and I can send you that video. But you need to, oh my God, my kids are like everywhere right now. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. Alice, get back into bed. Okay, tell me something.
What does B R W N spell?
Brown. Okay, get into bed.
He's coloring.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so you have to really know who you're speaking to in these posts so that people are going to like your post. Like, that's what it all comes down to, is you want people to start liking and commenting on your posts. So if you're brand new and people aren't liking and commenting on your posts, like, don't panic. It will happen. It takes people a little while to like get comfortable with what you're doing, and they'll watch you silently for quite a while. If you've been in this business for a while and you're still not finding that you're getting a lot of likes and comments on your posts, you need to sort of look at your posts and figure out, okay, clearly what I'm posting is not what people want to see. It's not what my people want to see, because if you're attracting the right types of people to you, they should be liking and commenting on your stuff. So if you're struggling to get engagement on your posts, you need to ask yourself, like, okay, what is it that they want to see, and how can I make some content that's going to be engaging for them and that's going to make them want to hit that like button and comment. That is sort of like what I really want everyone to get their head wrapped around, is the content that you're posting, okay? Because without good content, you're not going to have really anybody to connect to, because no one's really paying attention to your stuff. They're just scrolling by you. Like, the people who are super close to you, like maybe your mom or your like sisters or your best friend, whatever, they're going to like it, but you know, you're not going to build a business with your mom. So you need to have lots of people engaging on your stuff. I always post with purpose, and you guys need to post with purpose as well. Sure, there's the odd post that I just throw up there, and that's okay. But 80% of the time you want to be posting with purpose. That is so, so important. So figure out what, sorry, my thoughts are like all over the place. Okay, I need to back up. I didn't review my notes since this morning. Okay, I need to have a drink. Okay, so you want people to start liking your posts, because every single day what I do, how I connect, is I connect with those people who are liking my posts. That is the easiest place for you to start connecting with people. Yes, you can make, a contact list, which I always recommend. You can go to your Facebook friends list and start messaging people that way. But for some, that's kind of scary to like reach out to someone who you haven't heard from in years and you never talk to on Facebook and you never see. That can be intimidating. So the easiest way for us to be connecting to people is to connect with those who are liking and paying attention to us. We might as well work with the willing, right? So let's first start there. They obviously like your stuff if they're like literally clicking like, or if they're commenting. So it is not going to be weird for you to reach out to them and message them. So every single day you need to look at your posts. I always sort of recommend looking like, I don't want you messaging as people are liking your posts, because you're just wasting your time and you're kind of like, you're constantly looking at your notifications, and I don't want you guys to do that. Just to like tomorrow, for instance, you can look at all your posts from today. And if you've been posting with value and talking to the person you want to be helping, your avatar, the person you want to attract, you want to comment, or you want to message all those people that liked it. That's how you can start connecting with people. It's the easiest way to connect with people. Does anybody have questions about that? Because I know I talk about this all the time, but I just want to make sure you guys grasp that. Like, that is what you should be doing every single day, is messaging those people who like and comment on your posts. And if you're not getting people that are liking and commenting on your posts, you need to reevaluate what it is that you're posting. Are you posting with purpose? Are you giving value in your posts? Whether that's entertainment or recipes or motivation, advice, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you're giving value in your posts 80% of the time. So that is how you can start connecting right away, every single day. And I'm going to go through some of my messages, and I'm going to actually respond to my messages. I've left them all from this morning. So I'm going to go into my inbox, and I'm going to show you exactly how I connect with these people. And hopefully that will sort of help you see that I'm not using scripts, and I'm not like inviting them to a challenge group the second that they talk to me. That's not what this is about. We're not talking about trying to hit Success Club tonight. We're not talking about, we're not inviting, we are connecting. We're just making some friends. What I did is I created this like ghetto little diagram today when I was sort of looking through my notes, and I sort of had like this brainwave, and I was like, I think I figured out the secret. Everyone's always wanting to know the secret to this business. And I was like, I think I figured it out. Like, it's no secret, but it's very simple. So you add to your network. You create posts that they are going to like, or whoever's in your existing network. You create posts that they are going to like click like. You message them and thank them for liking your post, and you start to slowly build a relationship with them. You continue to share your journey on Facebook and give value. And then you post about, your upcoming challenge group. You are giving little jabs in your posts about your challenge group, planting some seeds that way. And when those people like that post about your challenge group, that's when you can invite them. They've opened the doors for you to invite them, but you've already built this pretty good relationship with them, in an ideal world, obviously, but that's sort of how it flows. You add to your network, you create posts that they're going to like, you message them and thank them for liking it, you build that relationship, you continue to sort of build and nurture that relationship. And you do that by, liking their stuff, commenting on their stuff, maybe send them a little recipe document. I have one, I can give it to you guys. I use it like every day to send to people that I'm talking with. Like, I can just, if they're struggling with healthy eating, instead of me immediately saying, well, did you want to join my challenge group? When we just started talking, I can say, I've actually got these recipes that my whole family loves. They're simple, they're healthy. Do you think that would help you? And you give them that free stuff, and they're like, oh my God, thank you. And you say, yeah, no problem. And then maybe you don't chat for a couple weeks, and then they like something of yours again, and you can reach back out to them like, hey, thanks for liking my post last night. Like, are your kids up all night too? Hey, did you ever try those recipes? You open up that door for communication again. And then hopefully they will like one of your posts that you're talking about your challenge group, because we always constantly want to be talking about our challenge group, whether that's like a call to action type thing, like who wants to join, comment below, or it's just constant little jabs, like today in my challenge group, we were chatting about this, or, one of my challengers messaged me and she's down 4 inches in her waist, or whatever it is, little jabs about your challenge group so that they see this and they'll start to like that stuff. In an ideal world, that's what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, that is what ends up happening. It might not be immediate. These relationships can take months to develop, and which can be frustrating if you're thinking, well, for God's sakes, I just want to hit Success Club like this month. Well, you know what? You have to put in a little bit of time. You have to build these relationships. It's different when you're in your really, really warm market and people already know you. They already trust you. They already like you. So they're going to be more willing to just jump on board with you when they see that you're doing something like this and they see you getting results. They're going to be like, oh yeah, sign me up, man. Like, I want to do this. But for people who don't know you that well, they need to trust you. Like, think about it. You're not just going to invest $186 to someone that's on Facebook posting stuff, right? Like, they need to trust you and they need to like you. Like, that's a huge thing. Like, that's why they're going to sign up with you, is because they really like you. So in order for them to really like you, you have to connect with them. You have to build a relationship with them, not based on challenge groups and inviting, but based on like common things, right? Like, I'm connecting with women that have little kids or that are pregnant or just gave birth. That's who I'm connecting with. And you don't have to have kids or be pregnant or breastfeeding to connect with people. Like, you can connect with people when you're single, and you can connect with people when you're in your 60s. Like, it doesn't matter where you are at your stage. You are somebody, and you can attract someone just like you. Okay? Got off my notes here big time. So think about what it is you want right now in your business, because what I post changes from like going through the month. So for instance, this past week, I have not been concerned with hitting Success Club because I already hit Success Club. I make sure I do that early on in the month for a lot of reasons. For one, because you guys maybe you don't, maybe you do. At the beginning of the month, I'm not as engaged with you guys because I can't help you guys until I have gotten to my own goals. I put my business first. So once I have hit Success Club, then I'm all yours. Then I'm messaging you guys and I'm getting you into like push groups to get to Success Club, and I'm more available to you guys because I've hit my goals, and now it's time for me to help you guys hit your goals. So last week and this week, my posts have been really geared towards like mom stuff and, just like asking questions about moms, and because I'm wanting all these new people that I've been adding into my network over the past month, I want to start connecting with them. So I'm not really posting too much about challenge group stuff. I am wanting all these new people that I've added in to start liking my stuff about mom stuff, like nothing but health and fitness, just like mom stuff, so that I can reach out to them and just be like, oh, hey, like, whatever it is I posted, but I keep going back to like sleeping through the night. Like, oh, are your kids up all night too? And then we just connect. That's it. Because that's what my post was about. So that's what we're going to connect about. Now you're going to see my post sort of shift a little bit towards challenge groups and more health and fitness and transformations, because we're coming up to the beginning of the month and I want to hit Success Club at the beginning of the month. I do not want to go to Summit in like a week and a half without being at my Success Club goal. So I want to hit Success Club at the beginning of the month. So I'm going to post to get what I want. So I'm going to be posting about challenge groups, because then all those people who like that post, I can reach out to them about that post. I saw that you liked my post last night about, my challenges transformation. I love being able to post about them, and I'm so proud of what they're doing. So thank you so much for supporting her. Are you interested at all in doing something like that? I just want to throw it out there. That's how I would connect to those people who are liking that post. Okay? Once I've hit Success Club, I might ease off a little bit on my challenge group stuff, and I might start to focus a little bit more on the coaching opportunity, because now I want to start adding to my team. So my posts are going to switch a little bit more to the business side of things and how this has changed my life, and, you know, the financial opportunities it's given and what it's done health and fitness for me, like the coaching side of it. So that when I post about the challenge or post about coaching and little jabs about coaching, or even some CTAs about coaching, so call to actions about coaching, I can then message those people who like those posts, and I can just throw it out there. Have you ever considered being a coach? Have you ever thought about doing what I do? So I'm going to connect with them about that post. And then it sort of switches again to like mom stuff, so that I can just start bringing in these other people to me, really building relationships with me, so that at the beginning of the month, they'll see my challenge group stuff. They'll see my coaching stuff. And that's how I'm consistently building relationships, hitting Success Club, and recruiting. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't, I want you guys to like jump in and like tell me something. Okay, I assume we're good.
Sorry, I got one question. Where do you get all your information or your material to make these posts? Like, I mean, where are you finding all this stuff? I know you say personal development, and I'm reading Mastering Your Mean Girl, which I have gotten a few posts from that. But like, just like posting 3 days a week is so overwhelming to think about all the different stuff to like come up with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I feel like I can kind of pull posts out of my head all the time. And I don't know if it's
Well, I feel like that too, because the one picture when you captioned my ad for like, you know, my ad on Facebook, I'm like, you like literally pull those out of thin air.
Yeah, I think that I've always been good with my words. Like, I feel like I would love to blog. I would love to blog. Like, I love writing. I've always enjoyed journaling and stuff. Alice?
Why are they not asleep yet?
Because she's older than you, honey. Can you please get into bed?
But they should be in the bed now.
I know she should.
Mommy, why are they not?
Okay, then just
Why are they not?
then go sit there too. That's fine. We'll just all stay up till 10 p.m. tonight. Amazing. This is what happens when you don't have a husband at home.
It's the first day of summer, Megan. Come on, let the kids stay up till. Will they sleep in?
No. And actually, I
No.
work tomorrow, so I have to leave the house at 6. So whatever.
Don't. My kids already were fighting, and one made the other one bleed. So
Oh.
day one, not going so hot.
No. I'm already losing my mind. Yeah, I'm always like, I'm always thinking about posts, and I always sort of take a moment to like step back and like evaluate it. Like, how can I turn this into a post? I guess my whole like day revolves around like, how can I make this into a post? Basically, I'm always jotting things down so that I have ideas just laying there. Like, I think I could create 4 weeks worth of posts just from like notes I've made, because I've just been really consistent in like piling things into this little group that I have of like a template of where I can just add posts into. And then of course, like all my personal development, like I've read a lot of books. I've been consistently reading personal development for about a year now. So you can imagine how many books I've read. I've always loved reading. So I have highlighted, like I could just go and open up a book right now and look at something I've highlighted and created a post from that. I also get posts from other coaches. Like I said, I'm not copying anybody, but I will get that idea and I'll just quickly jot it down, that idea. So yeah. And I wasn't like that in the beginning. Like I wasn't able to do that. But I think the more sort of success you start to see in the business too, the more things you have to post about. Like, you know, obviously I couldn't post about my team all the time when I didn't have a team. And, you know, so it sort of, the further you get into this, the more diverse your posts can get, because you've got lots of other things to talk about. But you know, even just like go to Google and grab an idea, or yeah, I don't know if that helps at all. Okay, but we're good on so far sort of what I've been kind of talking about. I think I went over that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of get to like my power hour part of this. What I do every single day, I mean, I talk about it all the time, my notebook. Like this just follows me around the house, my notebook. And I have on it my to-do list of everything that I want to do that day. And I know the things that I need to get done. Obviously, not everything on my list has to get done to move my business forward, but I know the things that I need to do every single day, and I don't skip them. Like tomorrow, I will be leaving the house at 6 a.m. and I will be getting home at 8 p.m. And I know 100% I'll be getting home at 8 p.m. and there will be 4 kids. And then my sister-in-law will be leaving and I will be left with 4 kids and bags of clothes and dishwasher to unload and just like shit like that. But I will still make sure I get those small things that I know I need to do every single day. I will, because it's just, I know what I want my outcome to be in this business. I know it and it's clear to me. So it's not even an option to just be like, oh, well, I didn't have time to do it today. Like, oh no, I'll have time. Like we all make it a priority to brush our teeth, right? Every single day I make it a priority to do these things. I won't do anything extra tomorrow. Like I'm not going to be like creating some amazing posts or anything tomorrow. I will just be doing the basics and then I'll catch up on Saturday. So the things that are always like at the top of my list, and I always number them because I want to get those things done first thing. So I have like number 1, 2, 3, 4 that are always the exact same every single day. So number 1 is adding to my network. And I do that from my like page. But you can do that by, you know, friend requesting friends of friends. Like I did a call a couple weeks ago on how to add to your network. So that's number 1, adding to your network, because you are in a dead end business if you're not adding to your network. I connect with people from my likes. So I go through all my posts and I connect with people from my posts. Maybe tomorrow I'm not going to get as many as I would like to do. I'll sort of pick my posts that I want to connect with. So if, you know, like for instance, tonight I posted a CTA about a challenge group. Tomorrow, you can bet your bottom dollar I will be messaging all the people that like my post tonight and inviting them to that challenge group. So that post for sure I'm going to respond to. Maybe my one from this morning about my kids being done school, I'm probably not going to because I don't have time. I'm going to do my follow-ups because I'm very diligent about staying on top of my follow-ups, because even a few days of getting off track with follow-ups, even one day, can set you back so far. So I am diligent about my follow-ups. And actually, so those are my 3 things. And then I do have a 4th thing that I like to try and do, but it doesn't always get done, is I connect with people who are already like have been sort of with me for a long time. So I go into my support group where I have like 3,000 people and I try and message like 10 of them. So people who aren't engaging on my stuff that I don't ever really talk to, but they're in my group, they see my stuff. So I want to reach out to them in the hopes that that's going to make them start seeing my stuff. Because that's how Facebook works. If you message people privately, Facebook is going to start showing you their stuff in their own newsfeed. Plus, if I reach out to them, it might just make them feel more comfortable to engage in some of my posts. So that's sort of the reason why that is also sort of a priority. So I am going to screen share and I'm going to start messaging some people, and you guys can see how I connect. Hopefully this helps you guys. I'm not drinking alcohol, just so you guys know. It might seem like it tonight. It's Perrier, I swear. But I should clarify. Okay.
Mommy,
Yes?
the moon's really close to us.
Why is that not working?
You can see the moon.
Oh, share
Alice
screen.
keeps moving around.
You know what? You guys got to figure this out.
I
Okay?
mean, I'm actually laying down, trying to go to sleep. Alice is just moving.
Okay, can you guys see this okay? Will someone just unmute?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so this is my inbox, obviously. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you click up here, you can actually filter them so your unread messages are only seen. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's very helpful because, like, obviously, so these are all messages from today that I just haven't responded to yet. So I'm going to scroll right down here. So this is someone from my like page that I messaged this morning at 6:10, and this is the only time I really use a script. So I send this message to every single person that likes my ad that I have running on Facebook. So my ad is my vehicle to get people to me. So it's like my fishing pole, sort of. So I send them the exact same message. Most people ignore it. Some people just click on the link to join my group, and other people respond. So this person responded. So, hey, I'm so sorry it took me forever to be able to accept your message. That was just this morning. Okay. Haha, no, my focus is finding a job at the moment, but it's an everyday battle. No kids here, but I love reading the mommy pages and seeing what you all are up to. Hope you don't mind. Okay. Can you guys see what I'm typing? Because I can't really type and talk. Throws me off. Oh gosh, no, I don't mind at all. I am so happy to be able to connect with other women. So what is it you are wanting to do for work? Because she said she's looking for another job. So I just sort of like pick apart the message and like, okay, what can I comment on and what can I ask a question? Because you want to be able to ask a question. Otherwise the conversation is just going to die, right? So no, my focus is finding a job at the moment, but it's an everyday battle. I can't imagine how stressful that must be trying to find something. Yeah, so I'm probably, and sometimes I get stumped. Like, you know, I can't really bring up the whole kid thing because she doesn't have any kids. So I might just leave it at that. So what is it you are wanting to do for work? I can't imagine how stressful that must be trying to find something. Looking forward to chatting. And that's it. So she's gonna either respond back and we're just gonna chit chat, or she's not ever gonna respond back. And I'm not gonna go back and look or check. Like so what I actually might do at this point, since we've had a conversation, is I'm going to copy and paste her name. And because I use Teamsy to keep track of my contacts, I'm going to add her into my Teamsy. And and if you guys don't have Teamsy, just don't worry about this. Might be confusing for you. I'm just going to set my follow-up for 1 month. So in 1 month, she's going to pop up on my Teamsy to connect with her. So I can, like, hopefully in the meantime, she's going to like something of mine in my support group or on my profile. She's going to like one of my posts and I can reach out to her again. If not, in a month from now, I can pull up her profile and like look at something, or maybe I can get a reason to message her. Who knows? If I'm struggling for Success Club, hell, I might just send her an invite. Who knows? Who knows what happens? Okay, so here's another one. So again, same message. I sent it at 6:12 this morning. Hey, Megan, thanks for the ad. Yes, I would love that. I do most of my exercise at home. I don't really have the time for the gym with work and kids. So any tips would be great. Hey, Zanya. Thanks so much for taking the time to respond. I can totally relate to you. I used to go to the gym and I swear I spent more time getting there and back and getting the kids settled. I never even really did much when I got there, except wandered, because this is true, around. So I'm trying to connect with her. I'm trying to relate to her. Because if we can sort of connect, and like, I'm not bullshitting this stuff. Like, for real, I used to go to a gym and I drove 20 minutes there, 20 minutes home, and I took like a 45-minute shower at the gym because I didn't know what to do there. It was a waste of money. It was a waste of time. I never even really did much when I got there except wandered around. So I'm going back to her message. See, I don't want to ask too many questions. I'm tempted to ask her what she does for work, but I also want to sort of go to the kid route. How old are your little ones? Okay, and that's that. So I'm not going to go through too many of these because I want to show you guys some other messages, but this is what I do on a daily basis, is I just chat. So maybe she's going to respond back and be like, oh, they're 5 and 4. And I'll be like, oh, so cute. I have a 5-year-old, or no, I don't know. I have a 4-year-old. Yeah, we're out on summer holidays now and I'm losing my mind. So what do you do for work? Or if she hadn't said work, I might say, so do you stay at home with them? Or like, what do you do? Like, just trying to chit chat and find some more common interests. And then the conversation's just going to die out, and that's normal. I don't try and force it. I don't try to keep it going, because then that just gets weird, right? So I let it just die out, and I put her in my Teamsy for a month from now. And hopefully in the next month, she starts to like my stuff and engage on my stuff. So do you guys get that? Is that sort of all making sense? I can't see you, so I'll just assume that yes. Let me just look at some of these other messages.
Yeah. I really like that you showed me that I can just see how only the messages I haven't read are popping up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very, very helpful. Okay, here's another one. So this is another one from my like page. So this was from yesterday. So thank you for the response. I really didn't expect something like that. See, and like, we have to just assume that people want to hear from us, right? But I promise to not think you're crazy. I have been working towards a fitness goal to be much healthier leading up to my current pregnancy. This will be my second child. So as you guys can see, I target women who have young kids or like are expecting. So that's why it's very easy for me to talk to these people. If these people were in their like late 40s, I'd have a hard time connecting to them, right? Like, that's why it's so important that you are connecting and finding people who are just like you, so that it's natural. Like, this is very natural for me to like talk to these people. Like, it's not a chore. I don't hate doing it. I quite enjoy it, but I wouldn't enjoy it if I was talking to like a 21-year-old who didn't have any kids and is finishing up college. Like, how on earth would I pretend to have these conversations? Like, it wouldn't be authentic. I'm just gonna mark this as unread. So you can do that as well. If you've seen a message, you can mark it as unread and go back to it when you're ready to respond. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to.
And I think I just missed that. How did you mark it as unread? Sorry.
No, that's okay. Go up to this little pinwheel here.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so that's read, and then mark as unread. Because sometimes I'll do that. I'll click on somebody's post, and then I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel like answering this right now. Like, but you don't want to lose it in your message box, right? Because like, if I have this set to like just a regular inbox, tell it all my contacts in Messenger. Oh, that's like a spam thing. Right? Like, I'd be scrolling and trying to find like old messages, So it's easier if like I click on one to just mark it as unread if I'm not ready to respond to it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to, and of course down here I have like all my groups that I belong to, that I want, like I made these my like favorites, right? So I could just quickly check into the team page and yada yada. It hasn't really been updated in a while, but that's something helpful you can do. So here's my support group. So I know I did a post. So this was my post tonight. So tomorrow I am going to be going in there and messaging those people who have liked my post. Like if they're already a challenger of mine, or if like they're one of you guys, I'm obviously not gonna like spam you guys with my messages, but I will message people who aren't in my challenge group and aren't a challenger of mine yet. And I'm gonna say, thank you so much for liking my post last night. You know, even something like it's always nerve-wracking putting myself out there, but I just love so much what I've done. Were you liking just to show me support, or are you by chance interested in joining my challenge group? I'd love to have you. So tomorrow I'll probably send out a shit ton of invites. I'll probably be doing it at like 11 p.m. tomorrow night, but you know, over Friday and Saturday, that's what I will do. I'll be connecting with all of these people. As you can see, I did a call to action tonight. So want to join me? I am opening up spots for my exclusive accountability group. Interested in joining? Comment below interested so I can give you all the details. That's a call to action. I do these like for coaching and challenge groups weekly because you have to do them. As you can see, one person said interested. So it's not like I'm doing these posts and everybody's interested. Sign me up. No, it's not. Like 2 of these are coaches of mine. She's a USANA person, and this person is actually an old challenger of mine. So that's not how I'm not just posting and people are like messaging me. No one's messaged me tonight saying, I saw your post, I'm interested. So if that's what you guys think happens for me, it doesn't. I literally am going to reach out to all of those people, and maybe 1 or 2 will actually respond back and say, yeah, sure, I am actually interested. What's the details? Okay. I did a post last night that I was sort of saving to message today. So this was just an example. Like, this has nothing to do with health and fitness. I did sort of throw in a little jab about coaching, right? So I threw in here, I have 2 back-to-back coaching calls scheduled for tonight. So I'm planting some seeds about coaching here, but I'm showing me. Like, this actually was painful for me to post because I do not like people to see this about me. Like, this is going raw and real for me. And this is what you need to do though, right? I had 77 likes on it. So the more real you can be, like I even had people say to me, oh my God, like, thank God you're normal, right? Because everybody just sees like the selfies and the cute kids and blah, blah, blah. Well, what they don't see is like the shit shows that actually do go on every single day. So I thought, well, fuck, I'm going to post about it. Because I can now reach out to all these people and connect with them. So I'm going to find some people, because I can kind of scroll through and be like, oh yeah, challenger coach, like who these people are. So I want to find like my mom. My mom likes everything. Who's this person? So I'll kind of hover over her. I'll go to message. Well, that didn't work. Usually they pop up down here so I can see like the whole, my husband liked it. Probably thought that was funny. And if one of these people are your challenger, let me know so I don't invite them. Okay, so, oh, this was someone I messaged and then she's like, oh, well, you can find my page. So send me her link. Well, I won't bother messaging her. Who's this? Okay, what's the date today? Okay, so here's someone I will message. So as you can see, this girl, I messaged her originally on the 17th. She came from my like page. She didn't respond to me. And then 3 days later, she liked one of my recipes. So I messaged her and she wrote back, oh, thanks, you too. Well, I just left it because I'm not going to be like, so any goals you're working on, or like, I just had nothing to say. So I was like, oh, all right, that's fine. I'll leave it. Well, here she goes liking another post of mine. So what I could say to her is, hey, Carrie, thanks for showing me some support last night about my epic kitchen. Oh my God, I can't spell tonight. Disaster. It isn't easy showing the real side. Sure, there are other mamas out there who can relate. I am going to quickly, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I said, hey, Carrie, thanks for showing me some support last night about my epic kitchen disaster. It isn't easy showing the real side of our messy lives, but I'm sure there are other mamas out there who can relate. I'm just going to go to her profile though. I think it's pretty safe to say she is a mom. And I'm just like hoping I can maybe find something on here that I could mention to her, like sort of bring back to her. But again, I'm not going to spend too much time. Like, I'm not seeing too much here that I can work with. Like, what's this one? An amazing day. I don't know. Is she pregnant or something? I don't know. So I mean, sure, I could scroll and really investigate so that I can ask her a question about herself, but I don't want to waste time. That's taking time from my business when at the end of the day, she may not even respond. She might unfriend me. So it isn't easy showing the real side of it. Hope you are having a great evening. That's it. Done. And then I would move on to the next, that was probably more time than I would really give that. And then I would just go on to the next person. What I usually would do is I would just pull them all up. I would for instance, I'd go, okay, yeah, I'm going to message you. I don't know why they're coming up here. This is weird. Okay, I'm going to message her about this post. I'm going to message her about this post. I'm going to message her about this post. I would pull them all up that I'm going to message and then come out, and then I would just go to town and I would start messaging them. I would go to their profile if I need to, because it's going to stay up. If I go check out Agatha, she's a coach on my team. I can quickly look oh my God, okay. And your baby's so adorable. Do that whole epic kitchen mess thing, blah, blah, blah. By the way, your daughter is so adorable. Love her. And then move on, right? And then go to the next person. And I can click on her, quickly look at what's going on in her profile and do a message. And I don't always go to their profile. If I can just avoid doing that, I do, because it's a big time suck, right? But as you can see, I just quickly bang through those messages. I keep it very short and sweet. I don't overthink it, but I'm not scripting everybody. I'm trying to make it genuine so that it's not weird getting a message from them. So the other thing that I do, so I do that to all my likes, all my comments every day. Then I move on to my follow-up. So I use Teamzy for my follow-up. So for however you are tracking your follow-ups, whether that's pen and paper, you need to go and look at that follow-up list and you need to message the people that you need to message. Today I have 17 follow-ups. I still haven't even touched them yet. Whoops. So I am going to go look at who they are. Okay, so here's my first one. So Carrie, I've used some tags here in Teamzy. So I know that I have her as a potential coach. She has Shakeology, she has Beachbody On Demand, and she did the 3-day refresh. So I'm gonna quickly go over here And I'm going to type in her name, pull her up, and I'm going to look at our last conversation. I know she's not a challenger of mine, but she just did the 3-day refresh. So I'm just going to say, hey, Carrie, I just wanted to check in and see how things are going with you since the refresh. Still feeling great? Chat soon. Done. And then I'd move on to the next one. So I am going through these quickly because you have to, otherwise you're not going to talk to very many people each day. And then for her, I'm going to set my follow-up for like maybe a couple weeks, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get to her in a couple weeks and she didn't even respond to my last message. Then I'll move her as like a once a month follow-up. So again, my next one, Dorothy. This is actually weird because she was actually a patient of mine. But anyways, I actually remember seeing a photo of her a couple of days ago on Facebook. So I'm just going to, so she's someone that's not a challenger of mine or anything. I'm just connecting with her. Hey, Dorothy, hope you are feeling well. She's very sick. So I do know that about her. I saw a picture of you guys all out riding the other night. You looked well. Kind of just said that in the, I'll say you looked happy as a family. Hope you guys have a great long weekend. Chat soon. Done. And then I'm going to put her in just as a once a month because I just like genuinely want to, like, I like connecting with her. Okay, so then I would go through all of my follow-ups that I have for today. And then as you can see, tomorrow, I've already got a whole slew of them for tomorrow. So then once I did my follow-ups, and if I had time, if I was still like, okay, I feel like I have not connected with enough people, I have goals to get to this month and I am not there yet, then I'm going to go into my support group. And if you don't have a support group and you just have a Facebook page, you can just go to your contact list, like your friends list. So what I do is I go into my members and I default it to join date. And because I've always been very, very good at tracking and I've just always been good at tracking this stuff, I know that this is going to sound so weird to you guys, but I know that the last person that I connected to with was added in March. So like a few months ago. So what I do, everyone like March and below, I have connected with. I've connected with like literally 2,000 people that are in this group. I have messaged every effing person in this group, but I know that like I've only gotten up to March. So I go back here and I think it was like March 8th. I have it written down, but anyways, I won't go like all the way back. But then what I do is I find like the last person, I did this just a couple days ago. Maybe it was her. So, oh, I sent her a friend request. Oh yeah. So on Monday I connected with her. So I'm kind of going back to where I last left off, if that makes sense. So I know some of these people are like my challengers and stuff. So I'm not sure who this is, but I'm going to send her another friend request. And I'm going to click on her. So she has never responded to me ever. But I just might say, hey, Tammy, I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for being part of my health and fitness support group. I always appreciate the support. Hope you have, whoa. So what's that's going to do I mean, that might make her be like, what group am I part of? And she's probably going to leave. That's one option, which that's fine. She's not my people. Like, she really doesn't look like my avatar. Like, if she had some, like, and who knows, she might have some kids, I don't know. But if she had like some kids in her picture, but what it's going to do is she's either going to leave my group because now she's aware of it. She's like, I didn't even know I was in this group. Or she's going to start to pay attention to my stuff because I've messaged her, and my stuff is going to start to pop up in her news feed now. So now what might end up happening is over the next few days, she's going to start to like some of my stuff and engage on some of my stuff. So then I would go through and I would message like the next 10 people all in here. But I also pay attention. Like here's someone that Miranda added in. So like, I think this is one of her coaches. So I'm not going to message her, obviously. So I go through and I try and get 10 people messaged. And then I write down the last date that I left off at. And then that I've at least connected with some people that I don't normally talk to, but are in my network. So does that help you guys? Oh,
Yes, thank you. That was awesome.
was that helpful? Or was that a waste of time?
Very. No, I've kind of always wondered, like, how does she respond to these people? But you were pretty simple, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So as you can see, I didn't talk to anybody. Like, obviously I didn't message everybody who I normally would, but I will be after this call. I didn't talk to anybody about a challenge group. I didn't ask anybody to be a coach. I didn't invite. I just connected. I just built relationships because I know that they are going to like a post one of these days about a challenge group, and then I can invite them. I know it. Perfect.
And Megan, you said that your next kind of plan is to kind of go through somebody that like one of those and how you transition it.
Yeah, so next week I can focus the call more on, okay, so how, if someone's interested in a challenge pack, how do you have that conversation? Because that conversation looks a lot different than these connecting types of conversations. Those conversations are going to be more of like, okay, I need to ask a lot of questions, and I'm not going to feel weird about asking them, okay, so tell me more about this. Like, because how this came up, I'll use Elaine as an example. She was saying that she just felt like she was interviewing these people and she was connecting with them and she was asking them all these questions, and that's sort of what she felt like. And that's more so when someone's interested in a challenge group. When someone you're just connecting with them, if you start like, so what do you do for a living? Where do you work? How many kids do you have? What are your goals? Do you have a weight loss goal? Like, if they haven't brought any of that stuff up, they're going to be like, what is up? Like, why is this person messaging me and now she's interviewing me? Like, that's weird, right? I would just never respond. I would be like, who the F is this? Delete, right? Like, so just always think, like, if this random person messages you, I would appreciate a message like I send. Like, I say right away, I hope you don't think this is weird. Like, I hope you don't find this creepy. I just noticed you liked my post. I'm not going to pretend anything different. Like, you liked my post. I wanted to reach out to you. I hope you don't find that's weird. And most people are coming back and saying, oh my gosh, not weird at all. Thank you. So, but then if I start going, well, so do you have any fitness goals? If my post is about fitness goals, yeah, I'll ask them. They liked my post about fitness goals. I'm going to ask them, do you have any fitness goals? It's just like if they liked my post about, like, you know, Andy shitting on the floor. I might say, does your kid shit on the floor too? Like, I'm not going to, but that's what I'm talking about. Post things that you want to connect to people about. So if you're just wanting to connect with moms, start posting about mom stuff. If you want to connect with people who want to get in your challenge group, start posting about your challenge group. You want to build a team, start posting about your team. Even if you don't have one, start posting about it. Post about where this business is going to take you. Post about what this business has done for you. so that you can connect with those people who like that post. You don't need to overthink it any more than that. It's just about creating content, posting with purpose, and then reaching out to those. And if people aren't commenting and liking on your posts, you need to reevaluate your content, reevaluate your images even, because the image has a lot to do with it. People are not going to stop and read anything if your image sucks. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. You've got to get like your images are going to improve. Trust me, my selfies have like really stepped up a lot since I started. Like, they were terrible. It's embarrassing. But you have to get some like clear pictures that are going to be somewhat eye-catching to people, or they're not going to stop and read your amazing post. And make sure that you're bringing people into your network that are like you, so that they're going to connect with you. I'm not going to connect with everybody. You're not going to connect with everybody. And I spent a lot of time like in this business trying to connect with people who like were not my market at all. And it was painful to have conversations with these people. Like, I would literally open my inbox and be like, oh my God, I fucking got to message this person again. Like, it wasn't fun, right? And it should be fun. It should feel like you're making friends. Like, it really should. You should feel like, and it's not like I'm making 20 amazing friends every day, but I feel like I've made a couple solid friendships and a lot of other great connections every single day. And that's what it should feel like. It should be fun. It should be enjoyable. Because if this business isn't enjoyable, if you don't enjoy it, it's never going to work for you. Like, you really have to want to do this. And then you're never inconsistent. You never fall off the wagon with your vitals. Because I hate that tomorrow morning I have to get up and go to my job, because I want to be able to wake up and do this because I love it. I can't imagine not reaching out to people every day, or going to my inbox, or going to my follow-ups, because I want to so badly do that. And if you don't have that, it's going to be really hard to be successful in this business, because you just won't stick it out. You won't be consistent enough. And if you're not going to be consistent, it's not going to work. Woo! Okay, any questions at all? No?
You did good.
Oh, thanks. Our kids running around here everywhere. All
No,
right.
I think it was well. I think it was explained well. I think we are all on the same page.
Okay. And if it's still confusing, you guys, like, let me know so I can just keep talking about these things, because I don't want to feel like I talk about the same thing all the time and you guys are like, oh my God, move on. We know. But if it's not clicking, then let me know, so that we can just keep talking about it and I can keep explaining it, or go to YouTube and try to listen to someone else explain it, because I can only explain it so many ways, but someone else might be able to explain it and you'll be like, oh my God, now I get it. So just you keep it simple. Keep it as simple as this, if that was even simple.
And if we were all getting it, we'd all be diamond by now, right? So.
Well, yeah, because it is true. Like, as soon as you get it, you move forward with this business. You hit Success Club every single month and you rank advance. And there's no reason why that's why anybody can literally do this business. Anybody can. Not everybody's going to, but there's no reason why not one single person can't be successful with this. You don't need any background. You don't need any education. Like, it's pretty crazy to grow like a 6-7 figure business, and anybody can legit do this. Okay, well, if there's no more questions, I'm going to get these kids to bed. Good night, guys.